Let me just illustrate you a timeline of this journey. August 9th, 2022. That was when I uploaded my first 10% on every extreme on my main channel. The original plan was to have multiple highlight videos. However, I very quickly realized that it was not going to be possible for me to do highlights of every single one. Otherwise, I would never get close. I would never match the rate at which levels were getting rated. And so on January 24th, 2023, that's when I completely restarted and created this channel. Starting from there, I was uploading constantly. When I started, I still used to have my phone camera, but that very quickly changed. After a little over a year and a half, I done it. Kyuki was the last one on September 2nd, 2024. That was the only time that I have done it. After Kyuki, I took a month break, and in the little over a year and a half again since, I've just been playing catch up, and I've been slowly working my way back, which leads us to today. So if I were to filter with every extreme, there's 1,518 classic levels. If I were to filter right now between 10 and 100%, there's 1517. There is only one left. Plats are a bit weird because when I do the thing, when I mark from like 0 to 9, only these 5 pop up, which I know for sure I've done these 5. But anyways, there is only one level left. Master of Puppets. It's projected to be top 30 and it's 8.5 minutes long. So kind of like Sinister Silence, but harder. I haven't even touched this yet, so I have no idea how hard this is going to be. But there's only one way to find out. Let's just go in. Okay, it gets a bit easier the first ship, but I'm 20 attempts in and still only at 1%. What did I do? Okay. There we go. Yo, so far this isn't actually even that bad. Hold up. What did I say? It generally starts to flow. Kind of ironic considering that this is where I'm going to stop. So, yeah, that's 10%. Right there. So yeah, I guess you could call everything from the start up to Kyuki as like kind of season 1. And then everything from after Kyuki, which I think was starting with Nullscapes to now. Actually, hold on, I'm actually curious about something. It is about 587 days from Bloodbath to Kyuki. What about from Nullscapes to now? Ooh, September 29th is 619 days. So season 2 is a bit longer than season 1. Now that I think about it, the fact that Avernus wouldn't even be in the top 5 just goes to show how much harder things have gotten. And interestingly enough, other than Eternus and Silent Clubstep, nothing has taken me 20,000 attempts again. Not even, that one was just shy, and that's because I fluked it as well. And also the platformers. Oh my god, platformers are impossible now. The platformers this time around were so much rougher. Not because Convolution wouldn't even be in the top 5 either, but also there was just a lot of really learny ones. There are some moments where I thought I wouldn't be able to get to the plats, especially towards the end. Like, I think particularly Heavier Metal and Nautical Nightmares were really rough, but I still got through them. I also really enjoy... Honestly, I think my favorite part is probably doing unrated stuff. I never had the intention to do unrateds until starting in season 2. I was doing a couple every now and then, but then they started to get rated. I was looking at all the levels that I did while unrated getting rated, and then I just thought, you know what, maybe I have a little bit of a special touch. I'm gonna play base after base and try to manifest a rate, and then it got rated the very next day. After that, I started doing unrated levels a lot more. Those have been really fun to do and showcase. If Master of Puppets wasn't rated, this one was one of the ones that was next up on the unrated list, so there's that. Okay, that's a pretty good run. Yeah. I mean, I struggled the most in the first percent, so it's definitely gonna get harder, but that's most of the run. Alright. I think it's time. What does it say? To live is to die. I don't know what that means. Getting to 1% on its own is a journey. What the hell? Okay, that's still 0%. Okay. I do not click that word. New 2! I only got like 0.2% further, but that's still new best. What the hell is this? I get... Oh, fuck. I was about to say I can beat Saul Goodman, but nope. Nope, that... Still 2%. 3! 3, I got to the... I'm almost past this first part. I should probably also specify the... When I showed the completed, the reason why I showed from 10 to 100 is because it doesn't show levels that you haven't downloaded. I kind of learned that the hard way when I got down to like the last few classic levels. And so when I eventually sat down and decided I want to like really grind it out, I had to sit through for like 3 or 4 hours through like every single level to make sure I didn't miss any and to also make sure it lined up with my count. I lost track like 5 times in the past month where I was going like slightly off. I was eventually able to do it, but like that was actually stressful because I pretty much searched through every classic and platformer level multiple times. Both if I did 10% on it and if I even uploaded to my channel. I know there's one level that I missed. There was one level that I got 10% on but never uploaded. Hopefully I don't have to do that again, like ever. Also, this beginning is rough. This ship here is... I only get past this release like a fraction of the time. Oh yeah, I should probably mention this now, but a couple days ago I got curious, and so I decided to check what the most requested level is that I have not done yet. Wait, hold on. Dang it, 4%? Man, this probably lasts a while. Anyways, I decided to check what the most requested 10% is that I have not done yet, and turns out that it's grief, which is kind of funny because I literally cannot play the level. There is no public version of the level. Oh my god, I am so great at this. But yeah, at least I got past the first part. I died to nothing! So there's like a falling spike ball. Alright, 6%. This is... Yep. Alright, time to lock in. No more slip-ups. Gosh darn it, I said no more slip-ups. Okay, I'm a little bit upset. So, I did it, and after I did it, I had this very nice, like, thank you message for everyone about and how it's all over. But then I learned 10 attempts before my PC ran out of storage. So, I uncompleted the level, and we're running it back. Gosh darn it. Wow, 1%. It's almost as if I never played the level. 3. Well, that's it for real this time. As long as I'm recording. See, yeah, well, there's no more levels in the work in progress. I'm going to double check that I have everything done. Actually, I've already quadruple checked every single platformer. You can double check my quadruple check if you want. But as for the classic levels, there's 15, 18. If I were to mark these from 10 to 100, that's all of them. Nice. It's beautiful. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to repeat what I said. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know if I said this when I did the first time, but finishing this after 3.5 years is such a strange feeling. Like, you're slowly building up to it, and then it just, ends. yeah, I've been doing all the raid stuff for 3.5 years, and I think, although this is my second time, I want to try to stay at the top this time. I do not want to be playing catch up again for another year and 3/4. And I know I said this when I completed this the first time, but I would not have gotten nearly close to reaching this point without the support of you guys over the last 3.5 years somehow. Thank you all for consistently watching these 10%. Even if my consistency, especially in season 2, hasn't been that great, I also want to shout out 2 people. Firstly, I want to shout out my cousin Hailstorm, who's been here since the beginning and is also and has even helped provide some of the harder 10%. And I also want to give a shout out to the guy who's here for no reason. They've been really helpful in providing unrated levels for me to do, and it's also been nice just to talk to them about 10% and unrated levels in general. So yeah, thank you to those 2, and thanks to you for watching up to this point. I will take another break, not as long as last time, but I'll take a short break. But until then, I'll see you in season 3.